one of those days it's been really tough for me. I woke up late, stayed up too late. It's been really hard. And I'm sure it's kind of hard for you guys too. Even though, you think you got yourself a routine, after a while it gets a little bit weird going through this quarantine. But one thing that always helps is a long walk, and that's what I did this morning. And I'm lucky to live up in the hills, so I have tons of redwoods around me, lots of places to hike and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's get back to the business here. We are starting Facebook Lives on a regular basis now, and this week we're doing all lashes with Alma Valderas, who happens to be the director of the lash category, and she's set up so many important people in the lash industry for this. So anyway, I'm going to introduce to you Miss Alma again. Let's bring her on up. Oh, there you are. Oh, shoot, I muted you. Let me unmute you. Okay.
Hi, everyone. So yeah, today was a little tough for me too. I woke up and I'm like, God, my face doesn't look so good. I felt really tired. But you know what I've been using, Jennifer, is that what's it called? DYK vitamin C. I love this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're almost out.
Of this. You gave me
the thing with that though, that's like you have like that's all there is. I have 2 more bottles left, and that's it.
Yes?
Yeah. So I have to wait till the next shipment comes in from Korea, but I don't know when that will be. In fact, I was on the phone with Korea yesterday. I was on the phone with them, Korea yesterday, and they, the distributors that we go through, there's a little bit of a holdup, although they're not even on lockdown anymore. But anyway, we're looking into getting a big order of that and some of the other products that they have, and they're actually going to jump on as not the DYK, they're already sponsors, but the other distributors from Korea. They also have offices in Southern California, so they're going to come to the Skin Games too. Yeah.
I'm so excited about that. You know what I'm going to do is I told you I'm going to do the selfie category, so I'm trying to figure out what skincare to use. And then whatever I use, this for sure is going to be my to-go, because I'm having hot flashes. As you can see, like it's sweaty. And yesterday I realized after watching it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so oily. Like Mike said, I can see myself through you.
Right.
But you know what? All I'm doing is using the vitamin C, doing my moisturizer, and then doing a little bit of just like tinted sunscreen, and that's it.
Oh, good. Well, your skin looks great. It looks great. Yeah, it's so funny. Like right now, I thought the registrations would kind of decline a little bit through this, but as we added the selfie categories, people are itching to do something, and they're having so much fun with it. Like I told you yesterday, we had that one person doing the selfie lash category, and she did a fantasy merman on her husband.
I love that. That was
so cute. Yeah, and I mean, there's just lots of. I'm going to be starting do some hair removal on my husband, and so I'm going to do that. Even though I won't qualify, since I'm obviously part of the Skin Games, I'm just going to do all the selfie categories anyway. And
that's
so
what I'm going to do too. Just because it's just engaging, and also not only that, but when we open up, I'll be like. He's just been doing lashes, and I love lashes, but I mean, we need to do other stuff. So I'm like, I'm learning more about chemical peels, which is an add-on. So I'm really liking all the education everybody's putting out there.
That's great. That's really great. For some reason, you kind of keep on going in and out a little bit, Alma. I'm not certain why that is today, but hopefully we'll get through. Yeah, you're okay now. So didn't you say that you were putting something together for those lashes? Are you going to talk to Tussannee about that?
Oh, for these lashes?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
So these lashes, I had them. They're magnetic lashes. I'm actually wearing them right now. But for people who are going to be doing the selfie category with the lashes, these are amazing because they could just put them on. I can't right now because this is magnetic. I mean, this is metal, and my lashes will attach to this. But, you could really do right here. You could actually, it's like a strip lash, you could really add all this stuff and they're made out of, let's see this way. Here we go. How do you do this thing here? There we go. They're made out of like the regular lashes that we use for extensions, right? So you could design it. They could design it to the eyes.
Wow.
So it's
So
a
they
good
could kind of
way of
decorate it.
them for a selfie would be perfect. So I'm just gonna try it. I think it's kind of fun. So yeah, if anybody's interested, um, message me at Artistic Volume Lashes or just personal message me. All my Vedars.
I'm interested, so I will give you a call. Anyway, so why don't you go ahead and introduce our speaker today? I'm going to jump out and have her jump right on in, okay?
Okay. So, guys, the person I'm going to introduce today, her husband was with us yesterday, and he does the LashCast podcast. And Tussannee Leubers, she's also hosts with them as well. She's been in the industry for a long time, for over 15 years. So here she is.
Hey,
Okay.
Ella. I'm having a COVID moment just like you did too. I was having a hard time getting up and everything. And so it's nice to be here. It's nice to have something to do today.
Yeah, so we were talking with Paul today and talking about getting into routines of things, right? And I was just telling Jennifer, I had the word like this morning I woke up and I was just kind of like, oh, I have to get out of bed, And I realized I was working. I just realized right now I was working till 1:00 in the morning. You would think you're working, but I was just getting stuff done.
I know. It's like you're in your own little bubble.
Yes. So Tess, why don't you tell us a little bit about tell us, when I said to Paul yesterday is a lot of our audiences, well, you are really well known in the industry, in the lash industry, and you do you do the ISSE, what was the other one? IBS. You do a lot of conferences. You guys do a lot of them, right? So you're really well recognized in the industry, but we really want our people, to get to know you as well. So why don't you tell us a little bit? Yeah.
Well, let's see. I do lashes. Well, obviously not right now, but we used to have a salon. It was called Integrity Lash. It was an award-winning salon. We were part of the top 200 from Salon Today for 4 years in a row. For 3 years, I think we were the only lash salon that was included in the top 200. We closed that down, I guess last May. So it's almost been a year. Since then, we did LashCon, which is a big conference. It's a business conference for lash professionals. And I moved to just a single suite. I share a suite with a friend. And we do things. We've taught a lot more. We've done things like little classes called Elevate with other lash professionals. We are advocates for team-based pay for salons. We work with strategies to encourage people to do team-based pay salon. So we've been in the business for a long time, done a little bit of everything, but right now we're kind of focusing in. Although with what's going on now, it's kind of changed things, and we've started doing a lot more events, that kind of thing. So right now I'm just helping, people. Sometimes friends will call with questions about glue or something like that, and I'll help out with that kind of thing. Yeah. So
so you're actually doing you're going to be a speaker at a conference.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what you're going to be speaking about in our conference.
We glue, and it's going to be fun. Cyanoacrylate glue adhesives. Okay, so it's going to have the basics, but we're going to do the basics in a really, really fun way. People remember science class as something kind of boring and that kind of thing. But I know with Scene Games, one of the biggest values is something that's interactive. So being able to explain the adhesive in ways that we can really understand. And so what I'm planning on doing is kind of breaking it down to the components of basically what is a solvent and what is an adhesive particle, and explain how those things work. Explain the different reactions that can happen, the parameters of the adhesive, what are things that users need to understand about it, how it can cause in 5% of the population an allergy, and how to, prevent that kind of thing. So I'm going to just deconstruct the glue, talk about it, and it's going to be hands-on kind of fun thing to do.
Yeah, I'm really excited because you always hear all these different glues out there and why this one's better than that one. And you're like, but wait, a lot of them have the same ingredients, what makes that one so special, and then you hear lashers saying, no, but this is so good and it works really great here. And so, yeah, I'm so glad you're going to be talking about that because I'm not science. I just love lashing.
Yeah.
You have to learn about all these different, especially like the ingredients. Just like if you were like an esthetician, you got to learn about different products and then what's in those products and what's in the what's in the ingredients in the products, right? Yeah,
that's right. So basically, I'm going to talk about how the basics are made, the basics components of the adhesive, how it's made, and then once people understand how it's made, then they can understand some of the problems with it. For example, one of the biggest things with adhesive is that with any moisture, it can cure. I mean, so one little molecule of moisture can ruin a whole batch. So once you understand how that works, so a lot of times the manufacturers will, to prevent it from hardening, they put different preservatives in it, right? So once people can understand what those are and what the process is, they could look at the package and say, oh, this one's got this in it, or the MSDS sheets, that's what it is. So for example, sometimes they'll pump it full of nitrogen so that there's no oxygen that it can react with. Hydroquinone is a product of some adhesives that keep it from solidifying, right? So once you understand the process, you'll be able to figure it out. Like, oh, that's what that is. So anyway, it's going to be
really
fun.
Interesting. That's really, a lot of people have questions. You get so what makes this glue that is only like $10? Glues are like $150. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, most adhesives, most cyanoacrylates are not really expensive, really, but what can make it go up is, like the triple processing. Think of it like vodka, right? Like Grey Goose is like triple filtered, right? Each time you filter it, it costs more money. Each time you filter it, it's screening for impurities and that kind of stuff. So the more distilled a product and adhesive is, the more it's going to be more expensive. But then again, you can't just tell by looking at a product like, oh, that's been marked up, just for vanity, right? Yeah. You don't know. I mean, you can kind of figure it out with marketing and stuff like that. For example, there's a very I don't want to say expensive, but there's a medical grade adhesive cyanoacrylate called my mind just completely went blank. Dermabond. Thank you. Dermabond. It is a suture replacement. And because it's an FDA approved product for that, the company spent a lot of money in R&D to, do the testings just so that it's going to pass through and become a medical product. So that one, you can tell it's got a lot of expense attached to it just because of its research. But when you break it down, it's basically super glue. It's not really.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, because I remember when I first started, the glues, the fumes were so bad.
They're strong.
So bad. Yeah, and I mean, even the lashes were so thick. I mean, you've been in the business. How long? You've been 15 years plus?
Well, let's see. I got my esthetician's license in '93. So, yeah, I mean, with lashes, I would say it's 15 years. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you were also an esthetician before?
Yeah.
Like you were skin?
I did skin. Yeah. I went to beauty school and, I was so lucky. In beauty school, one of my fellow students worked for a plastic surgeon in Berkeley, and we got to be friends, and that relationship proved wonderful because I got in like an internship with them almost out of beauty school. I worked in the salon. I'd been working in a salon. I worked there for a year afterwards, but I really got introduced into the medical side of aesthetics. I worked for a very well-known plastic surgeon in San Francisco, right off Union Square.
Oh, wow.
I learned how to do the lunchtime peel. That's what it was called back then. It was from Biomedic. It was dermaplaning, with
Mhm.
CO2 and the glycolic acid peel, the lunchtime peel, it was called. So I learned very early, being in the medical side of things, and this was like the mid 90s. And at that point, doctors were just beginning to partner with estheticians and, as a adjunct to their business. So I was the beneficiary of being able to, learn in a medical setting as well as the beauty setting. And so that was really special. I was kind of a medical esthetician for years. Mm-hmm.
That's great. So I was telling Jennifer, obviously we're like in California, we have to be, licensed to do lashes. So I've been doing lashes, but not really focusing on the skincare. But now that, we have this downtime, I've been doing a lot of like trainings, webinars with chemical peels. And so because we have a selfie, we don't qualify as judges or anything, but because we have a selfie category, I'm like, oh my God, I'm just going to do my stuff, my skin,
Mm-hmm.
and put it out there because last year, let me tell you this, last year, I was helping Jennifer also with the lashes, but helping or with some of the skincare. And some of the girls were telling me, I'm just really nervous to sign up for the skin games because it's an 8-week process. You have a case study. Yeah. So, they started to do, she's like, I took on 3 categories and I don't know how I'm going to do this. And she was just at a school, so doing something that's new, trying to do 3 categories, right? She, I can't remember if she placed or not, but the whole, the point of the story is that afterwards I spoke to her and she goes, you know what? I'm so glad I did the skin games because now I was trying to sell services to just one client. And now I'm selling packages. So she went from like starting to selling packages because now she had her 8-week case study and she could show her clients. Yes. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, God, how this downtime? And when we get back to work, we're going to be really busy. Like people are going to be, and I think you guys spoke about that, right? Too, in your podcast, everybody's going to want to get their lashes done at once, And if you're solo, you can only take so much. And there's going to be clients that are going to want him to get him done like ASAP, and you're not going to be able to take him. So,
right. Well, what I think is amazing is that the selfie category and a lot of what you guys are doing it's a tool. We don't even, it's for us, really. We think it's fun. We think, oh, I'm going to do a contest. I can win. Yeah, that's true. But the whole thing, the whole assignment is for our benefit. And what a treat that it is, because it will, the process of going through doing entering in a selfie category is a discipline that prepares you to be better equipped to serve your clients. Let me explain. I did one competition. It was called Lash Wars, and it was the very first Lash competition. Yeah. It was 2013. 2013. We had just recently had a walkout, and it was a very low time for me personally. And I have to just give a shout out to my wonderful husband. I'm calling him wonderful now, because he signed me up for this. I didn't even know. And he's like, okay, this is what you're going to do. That's what he does for me. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this competition. And so to prep for it, I almost did it was like several weeks study. And I had the same model come in like 3 times a week, and I took pictures and that kind of stuff. And that was one of the most times that I learned so much about lashes and how they wear and that kind of thing, because I was taking pictures, right? Mm-hmm. Let me go back a little bit. When I first started doing lashes, it was just me in a room. It was 2006. Nobody really knew what lashes were. It wasn't something that you could advertise on your business, because people just didn't know what it was. In fact, the name of my business was Integrity Skin. And the way that I worked was I did skincare. And then when I had them captive, I said, well, by the way, I'm giving you free lashes just to get them interested, right? Yeah. Well, I just completely forgot my line of thought. What was this? Okay. So I was doing somebody's lashes, and I was thinking to myself, oh, these lashes look amazing. These look so good, right? They're so beautiful. And then something came up, and my client says, oh, come with me and do something with me over the weekend. And I said, yeah, that'd be great. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I get to see these amazing lashes next week, right? When I see my girlfriend. And so, I'd look at her like, you know, a week go by and we'd get together at this event. I'd be like, oh, that doesn't look as good as I expected it to. Like, why doesn't it look like it did like a week ago? So I'm thinking to myself, I need to like challenge myself because that does not look very good, right? And it was like, that was a big aha moment for me, because at that moment I recognized that the perspective was different, that it might look amazing when the client has got her eyes closed and she's lying on the table, but in real life, it doesn't look like she's walking through the world going like this. You know, it doesn't matter what your eyes look like when they're closed. It matters what they look like when they're open, when she can see it. So that was a huge paradigm shift for me. I realized I have to work for her perspective, not for mine. Who cares what they look like when the lashes are closed? They have to look like, they still should look good, and they should still look good even a week later. So I began to change my thoughts on how to do the lashes. And it came up again when I did this contest where I had the model come in and I was checking to see how they were growing out and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I guess bottom line, this is a long-handed way of giving you a compliment and an encouragement for other people to participate, because you might think you're just blowing steam off and giving yourself something fun to do, but you're actually working through all the issues that you would when you're selling something or you have a challenge. And when you're finished with that little study, you are actually prepared. You're prepared to equip other people to share in the benefit of all the products that you're using and that kind of stuff. And they might be
right. And actually, when I met you, Tuss, when I met you in Pasadena, is it Pasadena? I think I met you and Paul there, right? And we were talking about this, and you had a great idea, which we're going to go ahead and do that next year. We're doing it for the skin, is doing an 8-week case study for lashes. You know, you bring your model in and you show him, because you show him like, this is the full set next week, how it's retaining. So it's so amazing. Because you know what, like you said, we could do a case study for us as lashers, and we can even start now, you know, do the case study. And then when we're, not now, but when we go back to work, I mean, you know, we could show our clients, you know, this is our retention process. You know, this is 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and clients would love to see that. I mean, we have great response with the estheticians showing their work when they're done with the skin categories, right? I think it was so good that you mentioned that. So yes, we're going to definitely do that next year. So I love that idea.
That's fantastic. And it's wonderful because lashes is a long wearing beauty service. So one of the benefits to it is that it can last a long time, right? It's kind of no brainer. But the point is that my philosophy is that they should look better longer. I mean, there's two philosophies of thought with lashes. It can be, today is the best day that you have them, the day that you get them done, or they're going to bloom at a certain time, you know. So either one or the other.
Yeah. So you're also going to be a judge with us too. You're going to be a speaker and a judge. Yeah.
I'm excited.
There's Jennifer. Jennifer's back.
Oh, I had some questions for you, Tussannee. So something that's been on everybody's mind is, and I asked your husband this too, is, you know, when we go back, I was just Googling this morning, and I was kind of a little pissed off because I'm, you know, all these people, you know, what's essential services and what's not, right?
Yeah.
And so I thought, you know, we are essential, you know, we're essential, right? And then so I thought that's a good hashtag. So I hashtagged, and I just looked it up if anybody else hashtagged that one, right? And there's tons of stuff underneath there, right? But then there was a picture that I'm going to post later of I can't remember the movie star's name, but he's in the car, and in the back seat is this, you know, hairy ape, like the one in Star Wars or something, and it says, this is, you know, my wife, the first day out of taking her to the spa, you know, the first day out of, you know, quarantine, right?
Money.
But I was just talking to somebody else on the phone, and they had a little dimmer view of what, you know, how it might be going back in, that maybe we wouldn't be essential and that we won't be able to touch people's face and all of that. So what's your take on that, and how you think that we'll roll back in? Like, have you been pre-thinking that?
We've been thinking about it. We were thinking about what's going to happen in case there's a mad rush, and how do we solve the problem. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I was thinking in California is a little bit, I think, different. You guys are in Nevada, right?
No, they're here in California.
We're in
Oh, you guys are
California.
you guys are in. Well, in California, it seems when we heard the governor talking last night, it sounded more like social distancing and all of that. We can't be in our business and practice social distancing.
No, you can't. I mean, the good news is it's just one person at a time, so it's not large crowds, but you are touching somebody. You are touching somebody on their mucous membrane. So, I mean, emotionally, yes, I think it definitely an essential business. Obviously, I'm biased, but I don't know if we would be considered essential. I mean, I'm thinking that dog grooming should be essential. We had this argument last night, like, I think dog grooming should be essential. And my kids were like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't squeeze the butt. I can't do all that stuff. But they're like, Mom, that is not essential. You can do that. So, I can't,
Well, as far as because I think I heard some really good things from your husband. Paul was talking about how you were thinking of getting rid of your blankets, and then just using the wax paper, using different outfits, having different, that type of thing.
So we had that conversation. I think it needs to show there needs to be a change because the world is different, right? And so our clients need to interface with a different business. What's one formally, so for me, I'm going to be definitely, I've ordered some scrubs, and enough to be, changing. I'm also, we had sheets and blankets for each one, but during the day, what I would do was I would put 6 sheets down and then just have the client lie on top and peel them off. I probably won't do that now. Each one is going to get a new sheet. Everything's going to be scrapped. I probably will have the linen on the side. I might even have them in plastic bags. And it might be part of the ritual of when we're chit-chatting, I'm actually making the bed in front of them, that kind of thing. I might have I have some white partitions. I might add that to create a sterile look. I might even have something like when you first walk in. Now, you know how when you go to a petting zoo, they make you stand at a tray of bleach and that kind of thing. Yeah. I might do something like that. Like when you first walk in, have a shower curtain area where you get changed into your smock. Maybe the client comes in, maybe her little robe is in the thing. She pulls it out, she puts it on. It gives you a sense of putting on something that's clean, that kind of thing. You undo the shower curtain area, you come out. Now you see me make the bed for her, that kind of thing. You see, put the gloves on, make a little sterile component, but whatever it is, it has to interact. And maybe that's the time that we can be talking about changes to what we're doing with the business. Perhaps saying that this is a sterile zone, extending your sanitized maintenance, MSA, what is it? Your sanitized maintenance area, whatever. But I think it's got to look different now after than it does now.
Well, with some of the estheticians, they already wear scrubs. And one of the things I thought about was, how the microbladers, right? When you microblade, they wear that gown, that yellow gown, and that they use at hospitals. I'm like, that's easy because you can throw it away. It's disposable. You can put it on top of your clothes, You have your masks, and then you have, I wear glasses anyway, so I'm protected here, but we're going to have to wear gloves, right? Yeah. I'm not used to wearing the gloves, and that's going to be a little weird.
That is a little weird. The glove's going to, it's all going to be an adjustment, isn't it?
Yeah. I think those are all really good things. And I think that maybe, because I was also saying that one of our councils, the aesthetics council, actually is giving out a digital badge. You have to take the test, and it's a sanitation badge. So anything to show that you're going above and beyond. But, it's probably going to be less clients that you'll be able to see. You won't be able to do one after another. So possibly the cost of service would have to go up, I would imagine.
Maybe.
I think so too, because we like we were just talking earlier, Tess. I think I'm a one-man shop, kind of, or I am not kind of, but so everybody's going to rush in, and the people that can't get me right away, they're probably going to want to go somewhere else because they want to get it done. Just like I need to get my nails done. Look how bad they look. I had to cut him down. I had to cut him down. My feet are so bad right now.
I know.
And, yeah, if I can't get across the street, I'm gonna have to go somewhere. One of the things that my hair lady that does my color, she knows my color, so she's been mixing the colors, and she does a drop off, which is really, yeah. So she'll tell me, she charges like I think $20, and she'll bring you like the just the everything to mix, and then you just put it on for just. She goes, don't worry if it doesn't come out, but at least it's professional hair.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna call up Nathan and see if he could do something like that for me, because I heard that you can't even get it at the grocery stores anymore because people are hoarding it.
Yeah, but that's also not good for your hair either, So you go call your hairstylist and just ask him, hey, can you make something for me? And she's been doing it. It's all like, obviously you're a hairdresser, and people that do lashes or whatever, you're in that small, like 5-10 miles away. So she's like, it gives me a good time to go around with my kids, drive them around. But she got really creative.
That's so great.
The thing is, it would be tougher to get a little creative with lashes because,
of course.
I mean, I saw you're doing magnetic, but maybe some of you guys might get really creative with strip lashes or something. Who knows?
Spray you with glue, and here you go.
But we can do stuff like that, like do magnetic lashes or do some kind of strip lashes, sell it to the clients, and maybe the eye serums. Eye serums are always good. And it gives them a chance.
Bad idea.
And then just go around, touch base with your clients. Like, here you go. Here's an eye serum, and like I sell hand sanitizers, anyways. So I could do a hand sanitizer with that, and just drop it off. Because hand sanitizers are also hard. I mean, whatever, you just get creative, just to.
Good.
Well, I was watching this commercial the other day, and it was all about the restaurants and poor restaurants. And, I like restaurants, but I'm just saying there's other businesses out there, too, that, need to be supported, And anyway, the commercial that I saw for it was actually really good. It was kind of like different pieces on how they've been there for us through the times and, all this kind of stuff. And I thought, so anyway, I'm putting together a commercial for our industries. Lashes, skin, waxing, everything. And for support, and then also, to think, because a lot of clients, and it's so cute. I had to close my shop for good, not because of COVID, but because of other reasons. And it's so cute. I've just had people out of the blue just call up and say, oh, I need it. And I know they could get it anywhere, but they were wanting to order stuff, so I got a lot of people, calling me up that just wanted to order, it was so cute, I'm
That's
like, okay.
Really sweet. That's
Really
and you closed before any of this.
Yeah.
What was that?
You closed before any of this happened. You closed back in February, huh?
Right. But I'm just saying that it's really sweet how people are reaching out, and they're so kind, and even. Yeah, and even with like the selfie category, like right now, we are getting so many people.
I know.
At first it was a little slow, but now, I just got somebody from Ohio the other day, Virginia. All over the place. Australia, somebody just entered it again from Australia. But, I think people really want to do that. And also it gives them a platform to be seen. And then I've heard from a lot of them that people are reaching out to them doing the same. Like, oh, I'd like to take that class, or I'll buy it, so some people think it's a bad time to throw it out there, like you're trying to feed off of this, but you'd be surprised if how many people want to support and help.
Yeah, I had clients of mine, they just asked me, I was selling these magnetic lashes that I'm wearing right now. So I was selling magnetic lashes, and I bought some to sell to clients if they can't come in and see me, and they weren't selling, because they were a little bit harder to apply. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So then now I'm getting calls back. My clients are like, hey, Alma, do you still have the magnetic lashes? And if you do a video, let me know. I'll share it to my friends to try to get me some business. And it's so good to hear that your clients are there for you. It kind of makes me like, oh, and they're like, can you buy some serum from you? It's really sweet.
So one other thing too, Tussannee. So you guys are doing a regular podcast right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's called LashCast podcast. But during the quarantine, we've been doing it 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we'll have a live cast today, and we're saving the live cast. We're also on YouTube now. We're starting out, so it's it doesn't look that good right now, honestly, but we're starting. It's like we're exercising a new muscle. So it's not that pretty. It's not much to look at, but we're on YouTube now, and we're on, Instagram Live. And then basically we're taking those and turning them into the podcast too. It's a little bit different format than what we had before, but it's 3 times a week now. So.
Right. Yeah, because you guys give so much good information out there. I was just telling Paul yesterday, a lot of the stuff that we can relate to,
Yeah.
You guys talk about the COVID-19, the stimulus checks coming out, all that stuff, the information you give out there. Plus, it was so awesome, by the way. Thank you and Paul for yesterday for donating that or giving away that free,
Oh yeah, so basically for LashCon, we are giving away the audio for free for anybody who's listening to this right now. If you want to go to is it the LashCast?
Instagram or LashCast podcast.
LashCast podcast or the Lash Conference website.
No, just the Instagram.
Hold on a second. Paul's giving me the updates right here. Go to Instagram and the link in the bio. And you can get all the audio from all of our speakers except for like 3 when we had some technical difficulties, and you can get that for free. So that's definitely stuff that you can use to take up your time and improve your business right now.
I know. Thank you. That was such a good, how much were tickets for that? And you guys are giving it away for free, right?
Yeah. So I think we're doing a competition or something like that. Basically, if you promote it, then you can win a free LashCon ticket. But promote to your friends that you can get free conference.
That's so awesome. Well, yeah, audio. Thank you guys again. Yeah, we definitely shared it here. So hopefully, I want you people to follow you guys because you guys throw some good information out for not just for everyone, And like I was saying, a lot of the information doesn't just pertain to lashes. My little throat. It's also for just regular business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Business, yeah. Well, Tussannee, I'm really excited to have you not only as a speaker because I can't wait for your class for the glue class, and I also the fact that you're going to be a judge also.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
We added a selfie category for lashes. And if you're so creative. I mean, just talking to you the other day when I first met you, I said the other day, but when I first met you, you have so many ideas. A lot. What we're doing with the selfie category, we're having strip lashes, and anybody at home could decorate them, right? Okay. So any ideas, any tips that you could give us that maybe could kind of get creative with the lashes? I have some magnetic lashes right now, which I'm going to decorate just for fun. Like I said, I'm just going to do it for fun. Yeah. But so I think it's going to be really fun because people are going to grab things that are around their home, things that they can see here. But I mean, you have kids and you have talked to me about all these different ideas that you have. Can you give any ideas? I know I'm putting you on the spot right now. Any ideas or any tips of what they could do for lashes just to kind of, add a little bit of like, glitter or, I don't know, flowers or something?
Okay. Well, when we were little girls, they used to have those underwear that had the names of the week on it, Monday through Friday, right? Like you could do like a Monday through Friday wardrobe, lash wardrobe. So you could have little sets for different moods, right?
Oh, nice.
You could also even have different costumes. Okay, my kids are into anime and not cosplay, but that kind of goes with it. So you could have like different moods, right? Like if you wanted to do a real sexy one, or I mean, any.
What they're gonna do, it's gonna be like a fantasy. So let me go back. It's gonna be like a fantasy lash competition, but instead of doing it on a person, you're doing it on yourself with the strip lashes. So we're decorating the lash itself, right?
Yeah.
So the makeup, everything has to be done by that person. So like, say you want to do it, and you can use Paul.
Oh, okay.
I want to see that.
Paul would be the model?
So basically, we had I think this was Tom, maybe this one. Okay. So you could use, say you wanted to use Paul, you would just put a strip lash on him, but you have to decorate the strip lash. Like if you were doing a fantasy, and then apply the strip lash on him, do the makeup, and then so we're gonna be judging from here up.
Ah,
Wear
okay.
makeup. So what's happening is we were not having as many people join the fantasy,
Yeah.
and we think fantasy. I mean, seeing competitions and judging out there, there's so much amazing, talented work out there, right? But here in the United States, a lot of people are not as big as in Europe where they want to do the fantasies. So we decided, because we're here, we're going to add the selfie category. So the selfie category also counts as one of your categories.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So, yeah. So maybe you might want to tell the people who listen to you, anybody that's listening to your podcast, they get to come on there, go live. They get to come on there and join for free. Anybody that listens to you, okay, for the selfie. But if they want to win the $5,000, then they would need to, register for the other two. It just gives them something to do to get creative. All the rules and regulations are on our website.
How fun.
I know, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be fun because people are going to get creative with things that they have at home. How do I add, I'm already thinking, I don't know, I have some glitter makeup that I might put on my lashes, and I might get I have these little, I don't even have any, but for example, like this. I was thinking about getting this. It just, I don't know, making something out of it. I have no clue what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you can do that. You can use other fibers. You can use feathers. If you have even in any rags or anything like that, you can pull apart the fibers. And my mother has made some, if you take a ribbon, right, you can actually shred a ribbon, and the way that it shreds is actually quite interesting. So you just cut it and pull it apart. Ribbon has really pretty fibers that stand out by itself. You can do that with ribbon fabric. You could do it with silk.
So it's really interesting because all these the people are going to be coming on board, doing the selfie categories. They all are going to pick their own theme. So whenever they pick that theme, it's going to be based on creativity, on how original it is, how they blend, how it blends with the makeup and the lashes. So I'm super excited to see what people are going to be using, at their homes.
This is great. I mean, when we were kids, playing with paste and felt and stuff like that, this is our version of fun.
I know. Well, no, I think about, people that have kids. I don't have children, but people that have kids, they have that clay, that dough.
I know.
Definitely with that.
Oh my gosh, this is fun. I want to do this too.
Do it. And I want you to y'all.
Yes. Be my Paulina.
We had Lana K Lashes. They used she actually entered they have a fundraiser, and what they do is money that they raise goes to save the ocean. They're based off Nevada, right? So they enter the compassionate category, so basically you just, you talk about the nonprofit organization you belong to and why that you feel that they should deserve the money, right? So they go ahead and she entered that. So then Jennifer reached out, and I reached out to her too as well. And we're like, hey, you should enter the lashes. You do lashes and you have a brand. So she did, and she used her husband as a merman.
Oh,
the videos are so cute. She has the blue. Her husband's just.
I love it when men do that, support their women. Oh my gosh! Do you hear that, Paul? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Somebody's husband became a merman out of love.
I'm sure we'll be seeing Paul with some lashes out there.
I know, the humiliation.
Well, thank you again for coming to our little Facebook Live today, and we can't wait to have you as a judge and also as a speaker. I'm really excited about that class. So, guys, if you're out there, make sure you check out Tussannee. She will be doing the glue. What's the title of the class again? It's Demystifying the Glue.
Demystifying the glue, I think.
Yes.
Demystifying the cyanoacrylate. It's good
So
stuff.
she'll be there on Thursday, July 30th, and if you're into learning to do lashes, if you're a lasher, this is a great class. I'm super excited to have her. So check her out. Check out the LashCast. I always say that LashCast podcast. Correct?
Thank you, my sweetie. I appreciate
right.
it. It's always a treat
Thank you
talking
so
with
much.
you.
Bye, guys.